Michael Cook is here. We're going to be reviewing two new, he's going to, I'm not going to do it. I'll listen to him as he reviews Nona's and Fight or Flight.
Yes, let's start off with Nona's first. This premiered today on Netflix. This is loosely based on a true story. This stars Vince Vaughn. He plays a mechanic for the MTA, and sadly we learned at the beginning of the film his mother had just passed. He loved her very much. She was of Italian heritage, and he loved her cooking along with his grandmother's cooking. And in his grief, he decides to take the money that she left him to open an Italian restaurant on Staten Island. But the thing is, he has never opened a restaurant or any kind of business.
Does he even know how to cook?
He actually is a good chef, according to this movie. So he decides to find a place in Staten Island. But the idea, though, he comes up with, because he loved his mother's and grandmother's cooking, he's going to find four Nonas, four Italian grandmothers, to be the chefs in the restaurant. So he finds Susan Sarandon, Lorraine Bracco, Talia Shire, and Brenda Vaccaro as these women who are grandmothers and fantastic cooks, and brings them together to be the chefs in this restaurant. Of course, there's some tension between these four ladies who are strangers before they get together, but they come together to work in this kitchen. Linda Cardinelli rounds out the cast as an old flame from Vince Vaughn's high school days that, gee, I wonder maybe they might.
Is this a Lifetime movie?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, the thing about it, though, is it could have been, but this beautifully elevates above any kind of corniness or melodramatic themes that we've seen in other kind of movies, because the way they treat everyone with respect, they don't go into caricatures, they can really flesh out the full characters. And Vince Vaughn is absolutely fantastic as a man trying to work through his grief and at the same time, you know, do something new with his life, take his life in a new direction. So thankfully, it's better than a Lifetime movie. I really enjoyed this. It's on Netflix. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, pretty good one then.
Not bad at all.
All right, so we don't need a flight here. We can fight this one.
No,
then, right?
You should get some lasagna while you watch it
all right.
at the same time. Let's talk about Fight or Flight. This premiered today at a movie theater near you. Not based on a true story. It stars Josh Hartnett. He plays a down-on-his-luck Secret Service agent who's in exile in Thailand. Katie Sackhoff is the head of a shadowy organization who convinces him to get on a plane from Thailand to San Francisco to find a terrorist named the Ghost that nobody knows what the terrorist looks like. So he gets on, and if he gets on the plane, we'll let you have your life back. Of course, what happens though on this plane, it's actually full of assassins who are trying to find this same person,
same ghost?
the same ghost, as it were. So he has to, number one, find who the ghost is, and then number two, basically fight off a plane full of assassins who are trying to kill him. Josh Hartnett, of course, is a pretty good action star. He's got a nice charm to him, kind of this rugged good looks and a kind of a goofy demeanor, which really works for him here in this movie. Charita Champari is the flight attendant who works with him to try to fight off all these assassins on the plane. Look, you can see from the trailer, this is an over-the-top kinetic and violent movie. It's a bit derivative for me. You've seen it in things like Bullet Train, which we reviewed a couple of years ago. The violence gets a little too much for me. I got a little tired of it.
You're like, oh, great, another fight scene.
Yeah, exactly. It does get a little tiresome, but in terms of an action flick, I must give it its due, because it does deliver on what it's supposed to do in terms of the over-the-top action scenes and the fighting and the things that are there. You see, there's
oh my gosh, the chainsaw! What was it doing there? How'd they get past TSA?
Exactly. When they whip out the chainsaw, they're putting all believability on the side. And of course, in a lot of ways, it does work. So I did enjoy this film, even though I'm giving it some negative comments. If you're in the mood for an action flick, this might be for you. I give it a 7 out of 10. Still fresh, but again, for me, I took it down because I've just seen it so many times before.
So after 2 hours, or during 2 hours of fighting and death on the plane, the pilot never once considered, maybe we should go ahead and land?
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe we should.
Or see the ghost.
Yeah, you have to see the movie.
All right. Thanks a lot, Michael.
Thank you.